Okay, it's not been a particularly very long time coming, but we're actually at the final part of New Super Mario Bros. U already. It's not a particularly long game, and I can't blame it for that, because obviously it's a 2D Mario game, you can't extend it forever. Although it is longer than it seems to be here, largely because there was a lot of time that I spent failing miserably at life. I do quite like this level. It's fun and it's certainly challenging. I mean, all you have to face is the Koopa Troopers and the bits of raining debris that are flying at you to try and murder you. And although the level is made a lot easier by the Super Acorn, it's just a really fun level to play through. I really like it. Also, stars ahoy! Oh, it's always lovely to have a star. Just brilliant. But yeah, I think sort of in total, my gameplay time for New Super Mario Bros. U ended up at around 16 hours-ish. I think I can get you the precise figure. Yes, it was exactly 16 hours that I spent on New Super Mario Bros. U, which is actually quite cool. That I got it so kind of precise in the timing department. Because it's not very often that you stop playing a game exactly on the hour. And I just think that's really awesome. Whether that's just me being a weird old sod is a different matter, but still. Now, seeing as we are getting very close to the end of the game, I should probably mention that recently that Nintendo announced the fact that they are releasing DLC for New Super Mario Bros. U. Because 2013 is the year of Luigi, they are making a whole bunch of new levels and dubbing the DLC New Super Luigi U, or something to that effect. I'm stumbling over it quite a lot. But, so yeah, it is New Super Luigi U, which will contain 80 plus new courses with only Luigi as the playable character. So that's a lot of, that is a lot of, blooming, downloadable content in just one pack, which is insane. And partially brilliant as well, because it just makes it more worth it. Now, this level's interesting, because you can only have you standing on it. If any of the enemies get on it, it stops, and you've got to stop that from happening. Even just coins landing on it will lead to your doom. Which is particularly evil considering all of the power bombs, Goombas, and the fact that you got the Bowser ramps everywhere. Thankfully, sort of the platform will be nice and kind to you, apart from when you don't get stuff properly. It's definitely a challenging level, considering it's the penultimate level of the game. Just because those damn bombs, well, power bombs to be precise. Because if anything's got a parachute, then it's a para something or other, or if it's got wings. That's Nintendo's general naming scheme. Also, this is actually the only castle level in the game without a boss. Which is hardly surprising considering the what happens at the end. Well, the fact that it's the penultimate level. Now, even though it's labelled as a castle, it's completely vertical and takes place on the elevator, which is very similar to the World 7 Tower in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and the end of level fortress, which is normally seen after the flagpole, is not there. You'll see that in a minute. But yeah, we actually just went straight through all 3 star coins. There's no secret exit, and there is our penultimate flagpole.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
We're nearly done with the game. Oh my gosh. And there's Bowser Jr. lording it up at the top of the castle, waiting to destroy us. However, he will fail. He has to, because we will rule his ass. Now, throughout this entire level, you will have Bowser Jr. chasing after you. I did die quite a lot during this level, but that's actually more due to trying to get the star coins than Bowser Jr. being a pain in the backside himself. Because that's a slightly annoying one, because it's possible for Bowser Jr. to just kind of drop straight down onto you. And then if he lands on these platforms, then they just kind of disappear forever, which is distracting. Now, the really interesting thing about the music behind this level is that it's actually a very evil-sounding version of Peach's Castle theme. If you just kind of listen carefully, it's the do 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 something like that. You can just about hear it, which is really cool. And now that we've got all 3 star coins, hit the only checkpoint in the game. Let's get a fire flower just to look a bit snazzier. And it's finally time to go and beat Bowser. Now, what does this remind you of, hey? It's totally not that thing from that game, is it? You know, that game from like 1985 that kind of set loads of things off. Yeah, it's a nice little reference, especially with the button and the axe and stuff. It's really cool. It's really easy as well. Bowser really didn't stand a chance. Oh dear, poor Bowser. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because that would, if that had been the final boss, that would have been evil. Because unlike in the original Super Mario Bros., where sort of getting to Bowser was enough of a challenge, then getting to actually kill him in the end was also quite a lot of a challenge. In this game, it's so easy that they really need to go and do the final boss, which is quite cool. I'm not quite sure what the general reaction is to this version of the Bowser boss, but it's quite fun. It's probably not necessarily the best Bowser boss in the game, well, in the series, I should say. But yeah, we've got absolutely mega giant Bowser trying to slaughter us, because he is evil and huge. Now, I will say, this battle is a challenge. It's likely that you will probably struggle at least a bit in defeating him, because all you got to do is you've got to go into the clown car and smash him on the head. And it's easier said than done because you've got Bowser Jr. throwing bombs at you, you've got Bowser shooting fireballs at you, trying to stomp on you, and all sorts. So there is quite a lot of challenge, and then also you've got bits of rain and debris that will fall on you. So it's quite a grand boss fight. It's not, I'd say, the best Bowser boss fight in the Mario franchise, but it's still really good. Bowser's VA is Kenny James and has been since 2007, which is rather amusing. Seeing as most of it is just grunts and so on and so forth. But it's always fun. Now, the thing that I'm actually really proud of is that this is my first and only attempt at Bowser. It's just like, hell yes! I did a lot better at this boss than I was expecting to, because I was fully expecting to die and need to do some editing. Especially at this moment in time where it was literally just like, oh god, I've only got one hit left. And everything's trying to murder me. Ah! It's certainly sort of very good for tension. Because it's just like, just everything's attacking you at once, and especially when you're only got one hit left. It's very stressful. But Bowser only has one hit left. Come on, we can do this. He doesn't stand a chance against the real superpower of teamwork. Although he's trying to use the superpower of teamwork against us and it's not working, so I guess it's just the way the world works, really. You can't beat the awesomeness that is the power of Mario. Especially when he is using the clown car against you. Yeah. Bye bye, Bowser. Have a nice trip. Oh dear. Mwahaha! First time beating Bowser. I did it in one go. Oh yes! You want a piece of that, Bowser Jr.? Nah, thought not. So, let's go and save Princess Peach!
Thank you.
Ah, it's okay, Duck. It's our job, after all. I mean, it's not like we're supposed to be a plumber or anything and do plumbing. Saving the universe is a lot more fun. Well, it's not really the universe, it's just saving you. But it happens, so, yes! That is New Super Mario Bros. U beaten! So let's enjoy this wonderful ending. I like how poorly patched together that airship is. I'm surprised it's still flying. Especially with Bowser's weight on it. Which is probably why it's collapsing now anyway. Yeah, you didn't stand a chance, Mace. After, it's rather amusing just how pathetic they all look. I don't think I've ever seen them look so pathetic. But yes, that is the end of New Super Mario Bros. U. Mario's a #1. Oh yes. And so, as with, I think, every other New Super Mario Bros. Game they've done, you get to move about during the credits, which is always fun. Collecting coins and so on and so forth. I do like these styles of credits, although I think I do kind of prefer what Bayonetta did in having like sections of gameplay within it, which is quite cool. Keeps you on your toes. Or something in the line of Kingdom Hearts, where the music's just so glorious that you don't care how long the credits last. But yeah, so that's New Super Mario Bros. U. I really enjoyed it. Considering it's my first New Super Mario Bros. Title, that probably has made me like it more than if I'd played through every other New Super Mario Bros. Title on the market. But I think it does stand up as being probably one of the better games that have been released in the series, because even though the level designs are pretty much taken from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it's really fair in how it plays, and even though there are some cheap moments, it's not completely cheap. And it's also quite easy to, well, it's not easy, but it's feasible to be able to complete the game on your own. But it's made all the more fun when you've got other people, because then you can work together to get stuff. And yeah, it's just really fun. I'm really glad I got it, because my Wii U is suffering from a lack of games, and this was a game that was certainly worth the purchase. So, that's about all I have to say. I hope you have all enjoyed this walkthrough, and I hope you join me in the next part to see all the extras, because we're not quite done with the game yet. We've got a nice little secret world for us to be participating in, so I shall see you then, because this wouldn't be a walkthrough if I didn't do it. So I shall leave you off here to enjoy the rest of these wonderful credits. Wonder how high my score will go. And I will see you all, hopefully, in the extras for the Superstar. Was it Superstar? I am absolutely terrible at remembering names. I really should be on this a bit more. Yes. I shall see you all next time in the Superstar Road. See you then. Haha.